Hello everyone. Good morning, good evening, depending on where you are. Welcome to another stream. I'm gonna quickly share this and chat as well. As I mentioned before as well, in Ramadan I might not be streaming quite a lot, but whatever I'll have a small time of coding or working on something interesting. When I'll get some time, I'll definitely try to stream a bit. So, I started working on creating these surveys for my Angular cookbook, and I'm going to show you that in just a bit. By the way, if there's anything exciting that you are working on today, let me know in the chat what kind of projects you're working on, especially if you're working with Angular or TypeScript or NextJS or Supabase or Postgres. I would be highly interested in looking into what you're up to. So, those of you who don't know, I'm an author of two books. This is the latest one. It's called the Angular Cookbook. And what I'm trying to do right now is to sort of create a survey for each project that we have inside. So, a way for me to receive information or to receive feedback on each project. So, I can perhaps look into that later on, and maybe we can work on that to improve it for the next version or for my next book whenever that comes out. So, this has 96 projects. Now I've counted it. Here it says over 80 actionable recipes. We should probably have said about 100 or over 90, but that's fine. The first book was had the same title. It said, I think, above 80 or something. But regardless, I'm gonna continue showing my screen, and then we can probably take it from there. So it's not just me talking, but we can actually see some code as well. By the way, those of you who are observing Ramadan, how is your Ramadan going so far? I hope it's going great. And in the meantime, I can also start looking into both PulseChecker and the Angular Cookbook code as well. So I'm going to start sharing my screen. And where's chat? There you go. There's chat. Awesome. That's great to know. VIPX. Okay. Let's see if I can move this a bit around. So I'm going to quickly show you, and this is something I was able to do in past couple of days. Those of you who have been following this project that I'm building, it's called PulseChecker. It was created to receive feedback from the audience on sessions, on talks, and stuff like that. So this is rather a passion project I've also started to use myself, and I quite enjoy it so far. So this is built with Angular, NextJS, and Postgres and Supabase. So what I recently introduced was the projects tab, and essentially whenever you start, you essentially get, I think you get the first project. Now I've got to check it out, but you can have only 2 projects, and each project can have different sort of sessions that you can get feedback on. So if I go to this one, which is the one I just created, this is the one that we have. So if you look closely, oh, where's my interesting. I thought there would be next and previous buttons here, but I don't see them. Maybe something we can fix as well. But what I have here is a bunch of as you can see, and I also probably need to show a loader here as well. But what I have here is a bunch of sessions that people can give feedback on. So anyone can go to the session. For example, if I go here, this is what people will go to, and they can provide a particular feedback on this particular thing, CC inputs and outputs. What I could also have done better, now that I think about it, is is to have the title of the recipe, because right now what I have is this is the identifier of the Angular Cookbook recipe in the code. So if someone runs npm run cc inputs outputs, they run the app. But then I say this right here, which feels a bit weird. I should probably not use this, but rather the actual name of the recipe. And that's what yeah, now we have a problem. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So now I need to redo a bunch of things again, it seems like. But we'll see. Let's see if I go to Supabase. Is it this one or is it? Yeah, I think it's this one. So if I look at my project ID, this is my project ID, and I can look into how many sessions do we have with this. Auth request 739, request just that could be because of the that could be because of something else. Alrighty. So what I want to check is in my table, want to check how many sessions do we have which have the project ID that we are looking at. So filter, add filter, project ID, and this. It should be 96 sessions as far as I remember. Yeah, if you see right here at the bottom, you see we have 96 records. So these are the sessions that I have. If I delete the project, ideally my all the sessions and all the responses to those sessions should be removed as well. So I'm going to do that. Shahjan sir, assalamu alaikum. How's life going? Alhamdulillah, it's good. Shahjan, thank you for asking. How are you? How's everyone on Facebook? Hello everyone on Facebook. If you're here for the first time, do let me know your name in the chat and also which city you're from. Because usually I don't get to interact with people quite a lot, but this platform is a really good platform to just stay connected. And we're also planning a couple of hackathons and hopefully some conferences later this year as well for the whole community. So it would be good to know each other. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try to delete this project because I realized this name cannot go there. I have to come up with something different, but we'll look into it in just a bit. So what I'll do here is I'm gonna go to the project and delete this whole project, sadly, and that should delete everything. So let's see. Okay, give me 1 second. Yes, I am back. The Ramadan is going fast, right? Yeah, because we are fasting. Yes. I just realized that there were three loaves of breads that there were three toasted breads that we just toasted, and I was supposed to eat one of them, but I actually ate two of them. So I ate my son's bread as well, unfortunately. So they just came and asked, "Where's the third bread?" And I ate I ate that bread. Anyways, so you can see that deleting the project also deleted all the sessions as well. Now you can see there, I'm still filtering by the project ID, and there are no sessions, which means there are no questions related to those sessions, and there are no responses related to. So everything is chained up. And those of you who don't know how we can do that, in Postgres you have something called cascading. So cascade. So here when you see cascade, that means that if this record gets deleted, then everything related to it will be deleted as well. For example, each session has a dependency on project, and if the project is deleted, then we cascade the session to delete, and then the question is dependent on session. So if session deletes, question deletes, and then response is based on question. So if question deletes, response deletes, everything goes away. And that's a really clean way to clean up your database, especially for GDPR. Shaja says, now he'll fast. No, his mother is going to provide toast on new bread, I think, which is wise. Okay, so if I refresh, this should be no more here. Yeah, page not found, of course, because I deleted that. So now we gotta come up from scratch. So I deleted my project, so let's create a new project. I'm gonna name this Angular Cookbook. Oh, I should have created a copy of it. I did not. Okay, we'll see. Second edition. Let's create that project. So I've created the project now. Now I can create sessions inside there, so no sessions to show. And now I can create the sessions, but I will do it from my local version. So let's do a pull quickly. I don't understand this issue from Windows. When I try to hide my, yeah, but I think you still don't see it. Okay, I'm gonna try to make this a bit, or let's try to say that the taskbar does not hide at all. Taskbar behavior automatically hide. No, don't hide it. Okay. I think this is a bit better, so I'm gonna move this a bit so you can all see what's going on here. Okay, so we can do yarn start. This should start the back end and the front end locally, and then we'll take it from there. So what I want to do now is, and I also need to go to the other repository, not this one. Let's open the Angular NG Cookbook second edition. So that means in this stream, we are not only creating the service, but we are also going to then import that in the Angular Cookbook repository as well. So let's quickly try that. Git fetch, git branch remote. I'm not sure if I pushed it into a new branch or not. Maybe I did. Chapter 2 refactor header, chapter 2 revision. No, that's not the one. So git pull. Okay, everything is up to date. Maybe I did not push it then. The theme is pretty annoying, not able to see anything. Do you mean this code? I think that's because I've not zoomed in enough. Is it visible now or no? For me, I think this is one, or personally for me, this is probably one of the best themes out there when it comes to readability. But let me know if this is not clear to you. Especially depends on where you're looking at it. If you're looking on Zoom, or if you're looking on a mobile phone or a desktop, that also changes a lot of things. Yeah, I think it was just the Zoom. Cool. PulseChecker, yes, PulseChecker is a side project. The Cookbook Edition code base is actually the Cookbook Edition's code base, but PulseChecker is a side project. It's something you can call it a passion project for sure. Okay, did we start the server? Yeah, the server is started. Let's quickly go to the browser and run this locally instead. So I'm gonna go to localhost 4200. I'm gonna close production, so you can see I'm receiving the same data because I'm still connected to the database is the same. The backend that this is connected to right now is local. So local front end, local back end, but the database is still production. So I can still do some magic. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a session, and I'm going to call it the same as because what hmm, I I'm thinking about the name of the session. So the name of the session can be uh okay, I'm gonna quickly get my other laptop. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna be right back. Okay, got it. I'm gonna see if, because I think I did not push my code from the other laptop. So I'm gonna double check. PulseChecker, and yeah, I did not push it. So let's see if I can recipe reviews JSON. Okay. Okay. But that's a different thing. Okay, we don't need that. Then the script's final. I'm gonna push this into a branch. So git checkout dash b temp, and then we can say something like project names extraction, git add, git commit, chore final, add script to extract names of projects. Now this makes things a bit tricky, but I think we'll still do fine. So git push u origin temp project names extraction. Okay, let's fetch it here. So ng cookbook, git fetch. We should have a new branch now. Checkout temp. Oh, git branch remote. Let's also zoom in this one. So where's the temp one? Origin. Wait a second. Get remote get URL origin. Did I push to the wrong one? So this is packed publishing Angular Cookbook v2e. Let's see if I pushed to the wrong one. Git remote get URL origin. Yeah, I pushed to the wrong one. Git u packed. Okay, I need to change the URL. So git remote. Let me think. So git remote. Remove origin. And I need to now get it from the. So that also means I might be working on on the wrong repository. That's what happens when you have two different ones. Copy. Oof. Git fetch. Push. Could not read from rows repository. That is a bit weird. Okay, it seems like maybe my SSH credentials are changed. Can I do things easier? I think I can. So I can just probably copy the script. and go to Mhm. My other laptop is super duper slow. Okay, so I'm here. Now I can copy and paste this here. And I can probably just paste the snippet. All right, so let's quickly copy it from here. And I can copy it. Yeah, there we go. Edit message, and yeah, here we can create now. Okay, so let's go to final, and final we can say extract script or extract project info.js. Let's quickly paste that. And there we go. Let's quickly save that. And then we can run this and debug this as well. Oh no, what do we have here? Let's replace this guy with this. And I think this is because I copied it from Slack. There we go. Now we can run it. So what I also want to do is, this one basically provides me a good an array of all the projects and their names, so I don't have to go inside each project and copy, for example, cc input output and then the rest of it as well. What I also want to do apart from this is, for each project I want to go to the app component HTML and extract out the name like this. Sorry, this. And that is gonna be interesting. So let's see, maybe we can, yeah, I don't have to come up with the entire solution myself because I don't really care. Maybe we'll just use some AI right here. Well, we'll see. So for this one, let's first run and debug. So if I go and just run this, and if I just not do this but do this, oh no, run current file and put a breakpoint right here. Let's see. Okay, so you can see it found all the package names as we wanted, and it's 96 projects, so all the projects that we have are here. But what I also want to do is to read the file and extract out the names from the app HTML. So each project should have it inside source app and then app component.html. So what we can do here is, so looking at directory and node modules, so else if name is package.json or project.json, then we do this, right? And here we can probably check else if stop the process. And the new thing is giving my PC a bit hard time. Why though? Am I running a lot of things? No. Okay, so let's see. So we go here, we say else if, and we say if the entry dot name. You can see how how slowly this is reacting to my code. So if this is app.component.html, then we need to read the file. So here we will say const contents equals contents. Oh, this is working very slow. Need to maybe, let's maybe kill the other PulseChecker server for now. And also let's have a look at the task manager on what is causing the, I know OBS is doing a lot of stuff for streaming at the moment, but then Google Chrome is not, yeah, it's not also coming slow. Okay, not too bad. Close this, then we can look into it. So in this one, then I should be able to look into, wait, or is it still working very slow? Let's close these. I'm gonna also close the other ones just to be sure. Let's also close Slack. Okay, let's see now. So contents equals await fs dot read file. It's still pretty damn slow. Don't know why. Okay, so we go with entry path and then UTF-8. Use layout effect, no. Let's go with UTF-8. And then what we need to do is we can extract out the content of the HTML. So let's quickly do that myself. Extension host in command palette. Do you mean something here? Ah, okay. Restart extension host, is that what you mean? Maybe it's because of Vim then? We could try that. Let's see. Let's see if this doesn't improve, then we can definitely do that. Okay. So then we have this little code. Yeah, let's try that if this doesn't work as expected in a few. So let's go with Gemini and see if it can help us with coding this. So in my Node.js script, after I have retrieved the contents of an HTML file, want to extract out the value of the app title attribute of ngCBUI header element. Following is the HTML to look at, JS code to extract this. On several HTML files. Okay, let's have a look. Okay. Yeah, I thought this would talk about Cheerio. It's one of the most common things to do. So let's have a look what this says. So importing Cheerio, then if this is the HTML string that we have, then it basically calls the extracted title, goes there, it loads the whole HTML, loads the particular element using the dollar, which is basically Cheerio.load or Cheerio itself, or this tries to find this particular element within the whole HTML, and then if it doesn't find it, then it returns null, otherwise it basically gets the attribute and returns it. Okay, good enough. So we can use that. Where's the copy button? Use code with caution, of course. So then we go here and let's quickly add this code. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep this part here, this part here. The HTML string, this can go away. Okay, I think I need to restart extension host. Then what I can do is I can take out. It is still slow, but I think we'll figure it out. Okay, so I think it's a bit faster now, so that's good. Okay, so what we can do then is we can say const app title equals, you can see it's slow, and I've written everything, I think. Yeah, and here we can say extract. I don't know, maybe I should quit Chrome and then come back again. Contents, maybe that should resolve it, but I'm still skeptical because OBS is taking a lot. I mean, yeah, Chrome is also taking a lot, but OBS and VS Code are taking a lot as well. Okay, we'll see. Let's kill Chrome for now. Sorry, Chrome. Then we'll take it from there. Okay, so we got the app title and we can say contents, and then we can see if that's the most frustrating part. Yeah, you can imagine, but this doesn't usually happen. Something is terribly wrong, or maybe I have a lot of maybe I have a lot of or maybe I don't have a lot of space in my PC. That could be it, that it doesn't have enough space to work reliably. Did you see that the whole Explorer just crashed? So it could be that my PC doesn't have enough space. I mean, it has 36.8 GB, but that should be good enough, I think. We'll see. Anyways, so if the app title exists, what I wanted to do was, we have entries, we have package names, right? So this right now has to have when we are iterating this, we have the entry path that is coming for each entry, and when we have retrieved a package JSON, because then I don't really, okay, so if we talk about this, then I don't really need to look at even the package JSON then, because each app has the name and the title, so I can avoid looking into package JSON completely and just look it from the app HTML. But this means this has to be 96 times available in the final folder. So we have this in 52 files only. No, 276 files. Okay, final asterisk asterisk.html. So 90 files. Why not 96 files? Can we exclude the files, or can we do a reverse of this where I cannot find them? Because this is interesting. This means that some of the files do not have this. What about app name? App name also is in the What about role main? This is still in 90 files. Does that mean I only have 90 projects in there? That doesn't make sense. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, but I'm thinking, how can we make this, how can we execute this in a way that it catches which files or which ones don't have it. So let's do it in this way. We are finding the package's name. I think as we are going down, we are going to also take a look at the package JSON should come first, or the project JSON. Once we have this here, I'm assuming, but that's not, I don't think that's going to have. Let's also try to do one thing. If entry is directory and the name is app, then we should do it. That's what I'm thinking, at least. Or maybe first we should create the whole tree structure and then do it, because I also want to take out or extract out the ones which are not there, if that makes sense. Let's try to do this. Let's try to do this. Let's try to run the one. Let's try to run what we have already, right? And I'm also gonna just put out the sorry, this is still slow. Okay, I am going to say console.log app title, app title, no, app title. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, at least let's run this to see if we can have, all the contents right here when we have the package names. Then we'll look into another script that only looks into HTML files, extracts out the names from there, and then we can find the difference and see why we have that issue. I'm also gonna see if I'm running Docker at all. I'm hoping I'm not. Docker engine stopped. Good, very good. I don't want to run it at all. Slack, let's quit Slack as well. Docker, quit Docker desktop as well. Don't need to be running them at the moment. And let's run the current file. Oh, did we have, oh, cannot find module Cheerio. That makes perfect sense. I don't want to install Cheerio at the moment, at least. Maybe. Okay. Let's install this for the sake of running for now. And npm I Cheerio save dev. Let's see. I thought that might help, but it clearly did not. No, did not. That's fine. Okay, running the current file. Let's see if this works now. So we got the package names. Let's stringify that. Stringify package names. So we got this guy right here. Let's copy this. We're gonna go to our, and now I don't have my Chrome. Let's open this guy for now, and let's also open inbox. Yeah, let's restore this window. Where's my window? Here's my window. So here, let's go to localhost, or let's go to PulseChecker. Checker.netlify.app. What I'm gonna do here, I'm just going this on the so I can save that in const all packages allow pasting cons all packages equals this. Okay, so then now we can run this again with the just the app HTML file. So in this case we can just say comment this guy, or essentially have this whole thing commented out. So from here to here, right? And let's see if this ever comes here at all. Another one says no, let's stop both of them. Let's run another one. Okay, so it came here in the HTML, right? You can see that this came inside for this particular app component.html file, goes inside, gets the contents. This one has the toolbar and the app title right here. So it goes and extracts the app title, and it doesn't have the app title. So something clearly is not working here. Let's restart. Fetch the content, goes inside here. This is the HTML. The problem with this HTML is this \n. If you look at that, right? This makes everything a bit tricky, because if this now tries to find the ngCBIU header, it might not find it. Oh, it did. So the length is still 1. That's good. But then it tries to see, I think what it does is it change the attribute to smaller case. Yeah, look at that. So app title becomes this. I faced the same thing with somewhere else as well, as far as I remember. Do remember facing this somewhere else as well, and I think we did something like smaller case or something. Yeah, lowercase attribute names false, and also XML true, because that library automatically changes that, and we don't want that to happen. And there we go. This should fix it. So now if I go inside go tags, go here, header element. Now if I look at header elements attributes, you can see it still says app title with the capital T. Nice. Then it gets the value. There we go. And now I can return it, and it will console log it. That's good. But then we can extract both of them actually instead of just the app title. So we can get the app title, and we can also get the app we can get the app, what was it, app name. Let me type app nami, no, and then n, and then dot, and then what I can return from here is I can hear my RAMs or my PC sort of struggling. App title and app name. Okay, and this should be app title. So that means I can extract it out from here, and I can say, but when there's no app, I think here we will also have to return null for both of them to not crash it. Null. Come on. And here I can take out the app title, app name, and then I can go ahead and add that to the package name. So what I'll do then is the package names that I have here, I'll add this there. So I'll say package, or I'll just say p because it won't let me type dot push and app title app. Whenever I say app, it goes crazy. Okay, so now we have this, right? Then we have the console log at the end. All right, time to look at this. So it's coming here, it's gonna push those, I'm gonna let it go. So now we've got package names, right? Let's do the same thing that we did before. We're gonna do a JSON stringify package names. Here we got the whole string, and let's copy this guy and copy this. Now if I look at all packages dot length, this is 96 projects, right? And app html packages equals this, right? Now if we look at app html packages dot length, you can see that this is 90. So that means we have 6 projects which don't adhere to this problem. So let's see which ones are we talking about. So we're gonna try to go with the smaller ones. So app or all packages dot filter, we're gonna extract out those which do not exist in the other ones. So all p, and what we want to return it is the app html packages dot find. We want to find any, we want to see if this doesn't exist in the other one. And here you are watching me as a console log programmer. So this should be htmlp, and we should be saying just return those which you cannot find in those. So I'm gonna say that htmlp dot app name not equals to all p. Interesting. What? What am I doing wrong here? So I'm looking at all packages, right? Then I'm looking at the HTML packages. I'm trying to find, no, let's try to, let's wait a second. So the HTML packages should have, wait a second, app HTML packages. I'm probably doing something wrong here. So if I open this, it has app title and app name, right? And if I look at all packages, then I have all the packages. Okay, so what I'm doing here is that I'm going to say all packages. I'm going to filter out anything, let's say, that can be found in here. So that means HTMLP equals. Now this is interesting. What? I only have 60 of these which are being used in multiple places. So it is quite possible that I've copy pasted the app name. What? Why? Doesn't make sense. Okay. Mm, Am I doing something wrong here? So if I try to say don't bring me, that brings me 36 of these ng value providers. Let's try this analogy. If I go here and if I say final, and okay, so there is no particular app that uses ng value providers. Okay, if I try to say um, cc inputs outputs, yeah, you can find that right here. Okay, but ng value providers you can't. And if I try to say let's try to find this in the package.json. So app component HTML or package.json or project.json. No. Project.json. The name is at least there. Providers. Hmm. No. Wait a second. No. I think it should be this. Uh, hmm. Project.json final. Okay, then I'll quit that. So there's nothing in the app component HTML. There is in project.json. Let's have a look at why that is. So if I go to the source app HTML, so look at this. This is what's wrong. So ng alias class providers, this is because it was copy pasted. So that makes perfect sense, which means that now we know exactly which projects are flawed. So ng value providers, ng animation keyframes, and all of those. So let's fix this. So we t this, and was it ng value providers? Okay, then we got ng animation keyframes. I'm just gonna do a double check on this one. So we ng animation keyframes project.json exists, HTML doesn't exist. So let's go there and see which one this is using. So this should be ng animations keyframes. And if I go to the app component HTML, ng basic animation, of course, animations keyframes, and then we have ng disable animations. So let's have a look at that one. I could also have created just a script to do that as well, but it's just 36 of them. So this one is should be ng disable animations. Okay, and then we've got ng multi-state animations. Multi-state animations. Source app component multi-state animations, sequential parallel animations. Should I write a script for this? No, let's not do that at the moment. Or let's do that maybe. Okay. Script, no. Extract project info. Maybe let's do that with here. So Can we do something like entry.closest? Entry dot parent? No. No, we can only get the. I was thinking if I can somehow get a parent and fix it right there. No, but then I'm changing all the HTMLs myself. No, no, let's not do that. Okay, so this is gonna be a bit boring. Project JSON, source app, HTML, and this is ng sequential parallel animations. Let's pick the next ones. NGRX actions reducer. Oh, these ones are all messed up. These ones are all messed up. App component. So look at this ng animation list. NGRX component store and source app component HTML. Let's go to NGRX dev tools. Click that, source app HTML and NGRX effects, source app component HTML. Then let's go with NGRX selectors. It's good that we thought about doing this, otherwise this probably would not have been fixed by itself, of course. Then we got ng global loader, and we go to source app component HTML. Now this one, okay, so here I thought this did not have that, but it did. Okay, that's good. So ng lazy routing. Let's quickly do this. Ng route guards. And here we have it. Ng route params, source app component, and ng route preload strategy. Go here, source app. The good thing is it's still not the majority of the app. That would be not cool. CDK pop over. CDK harness. Ng test services stub. Then we have CY unpack. But this is E2E, right? I don't think this needs to be. CY pack is gonna be someone, but this still should have. Yeah, this should have the right one. So E2E, we can ignore E2E. All E2E we can ignore. That's good. And the performance budgets. This one was Angular performance budgets. The problem is even if I copied from the newer ones to further newer ones, yeah, it is still spilled over, because a lot of projects in the recipes are exactly or almost exactly the same. So let's quickly change that. And ng pipes performance. But if we were to check this manually and not with the script, this would have taken hours more. HTML. And now we are towards the progressive web apps. Installation, the custom installation button with progressive web apps. CDK stepper. Oh, that was the one. NGPWA dark mode. My camera is gonna die, but don't worry, I'm still here. I'll replace the battery in just a minute. PWA pre-caching. Pick that guy. Source app component HTML. And finally, ngpwa color. Nice. Now we can go to the fun part. This was just more or less copy paste. Alrighty, theme color. Now I think we are done. So if we now run the same script, the extract project information, and let's see the package names now. So now I can do the same thing, but I think we'll have much nicer output now. So if I copy this, go here, and instead of this, rather do this. I can already see we have much more now. And come on, and if I do this now, you can see we only have 6 packages which don't have their app HTML, but that's perfectly fine. We don't really need to have those. We don't need to have in these E2E projects our names. This is great. And if I flip the switch, then we should be able to say no, and that means we have 90 projects, which is good. Okay, so that means I can basically copy this, and what I can do is, now I'm thinking, yeah, what I want to do is I will go, first of all, I'm gonna save this without the, or we could put the extraction here. Yeah, I think we could put it there, to be honest. I'm gonna remove some things though. For example, I'm gonna first stop this, and what we can do is we can go to our other repository here, we can add a new one, we can close this guy, and I think there was a session.service in the web which had something like temp. Yeah, submit form temp. This is being used in here, and this is the array. So what I want to do is to replace all this array and do this and put this guy right here. Now this is ugly, very ugly. I'm gonna put it here so I can show you how I will create automatic session reviews. just now. But we have the names and the titles of all the variables that we want to work with. So now that I have this, I'm gonna actually remove the package.json thingy from here and remove this guy. And we will probably move this file into the scripts folder. I think I have a scripts folder. Yeah. So we will move this into a script. That is nice. And if I click this final does, oh, did that just copy it? Okay, so then this guy needs to go away. Move to recycle bin. And now if we look at the changes that we did, we just add Cheerio to the dev dependencies. We changed a bunch of HTML files, which is which is perfectly fine. But I want to not do it just yet. I want to create a branch. Okay, checkout B feed add PulseChecker reviews. So I'm gonna add to this remote get your origin git commit feed final or core or core. This was actually a more of a fix final fix app name in the final app headers, and I can push this now. So that's a good step. Now what I can do is in my PulseChecker code, I can actually take this guy, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take project dot app name, and the name here is going to be project dot app title, and this is gonna say project dot app name. Okay, so for each project we have the ID, we have the pin, and we should also actually have the title. And here we should have, yeah, I think we can confirm this title in one step before. If my code allows me to do that. So const title equals no, did not like it at all. So this actually can be done like this, and then I can go ahead with here saying title, and here I can remove that. So name ID pin map, this also now needs a change because I now need to go and say this also will have a title of string, right? And then I can do Control O, and this takes me back to my previous place. Good. And then I just need to do a stringify, and then that would create the string for me. Now what I want to do is I want to create the first one myself, and then I want to copy it with the others. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a dummy one, and then I'm going to duplicate that. So let's go ahead and say create session. I'm also gonna, there was a button here that I removed, I think, duplicate temp, and this should be when we are duplicating from an existing one. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a button right here. So a button class mx4 my or px3 py2 duplicate temp, click duplicate temp. I'm gonna just do this. Now what we can do is, now we can go to our app and actually make things work. So let's see if I can, there we go. So what I want to do is, first of all, go to localhost instead. Is my server running? No, I think I stopped it, right? Yeah. Now we can run it and do the automation. So I will create one dummy, one dummy project with the questions that I want to ask, and then we'll take it from there. So that I think we can do here as well. So PulseChecker, Netify, join. Now I need to log in with my other account. So restore. Let's see if I can. Yeah, so this one was there. Now this one is localhost, so I can actually go to projects in Angular Cookbook second edition. Let's create a session. This is going to be temp, and I'm going to make a copy of this. So I want to ask a couple of questions from the audience. So for example, clarity of instructions, clarity of recipe instructions. Then we also have difficulty level, and then we can also say, or maybe, yeah, I think maybe instructions is good. Clarity of instructions, difficulty level, then we have usefulness of the content, then we have relevance of, I don't know, usefulness of the content. No, I don't think so. Maybe quality of code snippets is something that we should ask for. Achievement of learning objectives, I think that is a good one. Then we have performance of final implementation, I think that's a good one. We also should have likelihood to recommend. Others is also a good one. So let's create this session. And now you see this, there was a button called duplicate temp, so I can click duplicate, and there's a duplicate temp. Now this is going to create a copy of this, and then we'll just make API calls on and on to the point where we have the sessions created. So I'm going to do it one by one, and then we'll take it from there. But this is essentially the fun part that we had built up from the entire stream. So this is the fun part right here. So we're going to go to create session.component.ts, and you can see we have a huge array of projects, and this goes through all the projects and then sends an API call for each project to create that in the backend. So here, if I click duplicate temp, it comes here, it picks the first project, which is component communication using input and output with the app name. It then hits the session service submit form temp, and it passes this information to that. So if I go inside here, this passes the title as component communication using input output, CC input output. Now I think I need to change this CC input output to maybe I don't know. Maybe instead of CC input output, I should say something like Angular Cookbook recipe, right? I don't know. I also don't want to make the sessions quite long as well. I don't know. Should we put the name there or Angular Cookbook second edition recipe? I am a bit confused. Maybe we should put Angular Cookbook recipe instead. Let's do that. Let's put the Angular Cookbook recipe in there. So here, let's go to app title. No, not app title. Submit form. And here we have the title. Maybe instead of this, we can rather say Angular Cookbook second edition recipe. It's a huge title. That's what I don't really like. Maybe it should be smaller. Well, maybe we can also add description. Maybe, I don't know, because each session also has a description, right? I think. I think so. Session. Session. Session here. So each session has a name. Pin, likes, publish, or real time reactions, project, host. No, it doesn't have a description. Should we add a description? I don't know. Maybe we can add a description. Maybe. Okay, I'm thinking about what is the point of adding those descriptions. Maybe we can go with the title for CC input output, because I would know I'm reviewing this, but this is also known to me, but not the usual readers. Maybe, yeah, I think, yeah, if the title is long, be it. It's fine. I'm gonna refresh and see if I can continue from there. So if I click this, it comes here. It creates a title, which is this Angular Cookbook second edition recipe. Now it's gonna try to submit the form. So it's gonna submit the whole form, and now you can see it is going to create a map of this. So CC input output got the ID of the response. So this is the session that has just been created. This is the pin, and this is the title. Hey! So if I go to PulseChecker and show you the session that was just created. Oh, but I would not be able to do it. Maybe I can do this on production, because I have a breakpoint here, so this will not let me go there. Well, production it should be able to. Or will it not be able to even for that? Somehow merging the source maps. That's super weird. But okay, let's see. If I hit play, and you'll see that I will see all the XHRs sent to session. So we have this one that we just got created, and if I hit play, we should now get another one. So we sent another one, component communication using input output, component communication using ng on changes, right? So this is gonna go now for eternity, and then we'll get the output. So I'm gonna let it go, and maybe I'll show it to you via, if I can get this to work. Yeah, so if I, as we are running this, you'll see in the network calls, we are making all these calls, right? So this is being sent to the server, and if I go here, you'll already see us, Angular Cookbook recipe. You can see all of these being created. So 40 already done, created. So we're gonna wait for this to finish. This should create 96 requests for us. We are at 90 requests so far, and here you can see we got the output. So if I copy this, so maybe not 96 because there were some also just related to the tests, so we don't care about those. But I will refresh now. You see we have 91 overall, and we had 90 if you remember. So the temp is just, yeah, this is just yeah, useless. So I can delete this one now. Because every other one is now good. So if I open any of the sessions, you can see clarity of instructions, difficulty level, quality of code snippets, achievement of learning objectives, all those questions that we sent are here. I can also click this link or click to copy, and then I can open this session, and I can now submit feedback to this, as you can see. So I can actually submit feedback to any of these. Modifying the theme color for your PWA Angular Cookbook edition, second edition recipe. Okay, so this is good. What I want to do actually is to copy this JSON. This is very important because this is going to be used inside the Angular Cookbook now. So what I can do is I'm going to go to the CodewithAhsan package that I have in the NGCB UI, and here we have the assets. Right here I'm going to create a JSON or a JS or TS file. I'm going to say PulseChecker or PulseChecker sessions.ts. So here I can say const PulseChecker sessions equals, and now I can just, ooh, what is this show more? Okay, alrighty. So this is what we have now. If you see it closely, we have all the sessions with their names, right, with their IDs, and with their titles as well. So all of this is here. This is amazing. So all I need to do now is I will just put this in the header, and then we are good to go. So for instance, right now we have this info button right here, right? What I will also do is I'll add another button. So let's go with material icons. And we should have something called, I don't know if we have something called review, rate review, right here. Yeah, I like this one. So I'll copy this guy, copy the code, and then let's go into the book, and here we're going to just add this. So we have a span here, but I think this span also needs to be inside an A tag. So let's do this, and then A, and then here let's add this. And sorry, I'm still struggling with Vim a bit. Okay, so what I can do now is I can copy this guy right here, and I can go here and paste that just like this. But the link here, this is the interesting thing. So we have the app title here, right? But the header also has the app name. So I can get the app name, and I can then extract it from the assets. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to quickly go ahead and say const, or not const, review link equals, and here what I need to do is I need to say https pulsechecker.netlify.app/review widget session pin equals, and here all I need to do is to say this dot app title, right? No, app name. And I need to get this guy from from the sessions now. So I can say PulseChecker sessions. PulseChecker sessions app name dot pin, not PIIN, but pin. And I think that's pretty much it. What are you talking about? Okay. But that's fine. The app name is supposed to be a string. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type this guy. So type PulseChecker sessions equals, this is a of type record which has a string, right? And each string in turn has an ID of type string, a pin of type string, and a title of type string. And this PulseCheck sessions is actually of type PulseCheck sessions. There we go. And now this is happy. Nice. This is actually done, so I can proudly remove this. However, I also want to do one thing. So this needs to have a bit of a gap in this, or in between. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say I'm going to have a flex with gap for n items center right here, and I can put these right here. So let's put this guy right here. I think I like this now. So if I close all of this, I would have to build the project. So if I go and say cd CodewithAhsan yarn build, I think it's called build lib. Yeah, let's see. Mirza Munawwar, wa alaikum assalam. How are you doing, Mirza? I'm very hopeful. If this works, then we are actually done. Cannot find name PulseChecker sessions. Is it because I'm not exporting that? I think that could be. Pulse, no. Okay. PulseChecker sessions. Yeah, I'm not exporting this. That's why. Export. That makes perfect sense. If you want to import something, you need to, yeah, export it. But that means I'm also then not really using it here as well. Of course. Import. Now you can build it. Alhamdulillah Mirza, I'm good. मुझे थोड़ी सी थोड़ा सा नज़ला हो गया था यहाँ पे स्वीडन के अंदर जो है वो फरवरी मार्च जो है वो थोड़ा सा इट इज़ अ बिट टफ फरवरी एंड मार्च तो टफ एज इन के बच्चे जो है वो स्कूल से कोई ना कोई वायरल लेकर आ जाते हैं तो दैट्स वाई बट अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह नॉट टू बैड तो अभी जो है वो मोहम्मद असलान को नज़ला हो गया था उसके बाद फिर मुझे हुआ अब मेरी वाइफ को हो गया मोहम्मद असलान अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह ठीक हो गए आई थिंक विच इज़ द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग तो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह अल्लाह का शुक्र है yes use something else. Let's see yaar. I think this is, if this works, this is going to be great. And we will be automatically be able to get reviews from all the readers, and that's amazing. In India we have a hot summer, absolutely, I know. In Pakistan we have the same. In Sweden it's okay. The summer has arrived now, so it's not too bad. It's good. Oh, what happened? Oh, app name. Why though? Interesting. Can I put a breakpoint here? So app name is NG Cookbook recipe. What? Ah, so nothing was passed to it. Ah, no. Oh, it could be because I'm okay. Could be because I'm not really assigning it. Okay, that makes sense. But if I look at package.json of code with Ahsan pack, no, this is not the one. Is this on Angular 17.3? No, it's not. But it is still 17. Okay, then let's change that. So what we'll do is in the header, let's change that to use then for now. We can use implements on init. Instead of then doing this right here, we can do it afterwards. So we start with an empty one and then g on init, and then we can say this dot review link equals. Okay, I think this should be good, but then I have to now build it again. Yarn build lib. Okay, let's try this again. I'm very hopeful this time. Yes, use a different port. Do we need to keep running PulseChecker now? I don't think so, but we'll see. Alrighty, look at this now. We have a review button. And what happens if I click the review? So this one is dynamic configuration using value provider. So if I click this, it takes us to ng alias class providers. Is it because the same? Oh, then I have a problem. I think I have a problem with the link here, of course. So now I need to build this again. But one of the things that I also want to see is why is this not aligned with each other? Technically, these are centered. However, no, the problem is, okay, so we need to fix this now. So we need to fix this. So this guy, okay, so this one has to have a height of 100%, flex or display flex. Look at that. Aligned item center. Now this is centered. If I remove this, so display flex align item center is something I need to do for this guy, and the same should be for the other one. So this one, if I just copy this guy, go here. Okay, so this was already set to that. That's why. That makes sense. So height 100% display flex, and yeah. Okay, so then let's quickly do that. So I'm gonna also assign class height full flex items center. So route links, this is what is being assigned there, but I think I instead of here I can assign it right here as well. Okay, so let's see this, and then we put it here, and then this one is instead of this we can actually say instead of review link we can put that there. So href is gonna be review link. There we go. What is Supabase? Have you heard about this tool called Firebase from Google? Firebase or Firestore, or I don't know. Firebase real-time database maybe. So ng value providers. In this one, So Supabase is not just a front end development thing. Supabase is an alternate to Firebase from Google, but it also contains possibility to have cloud functions, which is backend. It also contains the possibility to have similar databases like Firebase. Now you can see that this is aligned pretty nicely, right? This looks much nicer. These two are aligned, which to my eyes is. So if I click this now, you can see automatically people can go and then give feedbacks, right? Now there is one interesting thing. Now we could show them the reviews right here, or because this is what's important, I think we should be able to show them the reviews right here. That's what I'm thinking. But I don't want to keep building this as well. So we'll see. I'm thinking. So maybe instead of this, we can have an output. Now I'm thinking if I should use a Angular material model. So we have a dialog service, right? For the dialog service, no. Okay, so this is something that I can I can use. So what do I need to use? I need to use mat dialog module. But am I using Angular / material anywhere? No, I'm not using Angular material. Okay. Makes it a bit tough then. But then instead of doing this, I should rather just use session and then this. And then even not this. What I wanted to do actually was to show the reviews from other people and then, taking it from there. But we can look at that. Do you have any Django resources to learn? No, I'm not a Python / Django developer. Sorry. I'm not. But you can find a lot of good resources on the internet. I think Python and Django is, yeah, pretty popular, so to say. But I'm thinking now on what is a good way for me to show the reviews. Maybe we can just, put this switch a bit down and then show the reviews from there. I don't know. Maybe we can show the reviews in the header itself. Maybe. Just saying. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to make this too complex, but I also don't want to make it super easy as well. So I'm now in a weird loop. What if, so if I look at the header at the moment, what is the headers? It's position absolute, right? And if I try to add anything below this, then I would have to, then I'm not really sure if I would be able to. Okay, let's see. If I added this, if I added this HTML, and just below this div, I go ahead and say div this something, and then div, and then something else. So there can be many divs right there. Does that show up in my code at all? Where's the last div? So this is the div. So look at this. This did not really go because of the toolbar. Okay. PulseChecker is one of my side projects which I'm using right now to get surveys or feedback from the readers of my book. So they will be able to submit their feedback on each particular project. For example, if I click this one, go here, they can provide me feedback as in, likelihood to recommend to others, performance or final optimization. So they can provide, and they can also add some sort of comment, and then I will be able to see that in my dashboard. So that's what I'm looking at. But I'm looking at right now, what can I do to, or how do I show in the least amount of dependencies possible just a particular dialogue. Don't want to also code it myself, and I also don't want to code something that is not reliable as well. Okay, let's do that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually, let me see if I can, because the problem here is I have the package, but then I don't have the for me to test my component, I need to constantly keep rebuilding it, and that's what I don't like about this behavior at the moment. I should have probably had an app right here which I can test it with. But anyways, so what I'm going to do actually is here, so I can create a fixed project, and I can say this is going to be top 0, left or right 0, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to style this in just a bit, but I want to then use an iframe, and I want to use signals here. I think I have signals, I think. So if I say reviews shown equals signal, yeah, I have that. So here I can say boolean false toggle reviews shown. This is gonna be this dot reviews shown dot set this dot reviews, or I think we can just use update. We have the update method, so shown. Okay, so this should do it. So what I'm gonna do is the header that we have right here, this guy is actually going to not have this is not going to have any href, so to say, and I think this is going to be, I think this can be a div, to be honest. Come on, my Vim skills. This is going to be a div, and this is going to go away. This can also ct this, okay, and come on, come back. So what I want to do is I still want the reviews, but here this guy is actually going to have a click handler that says toggle reviews shown, and then I'm going to show this guy right here. So this is fixed top right 0, and I want to add a class here, ng class, and here I can say review widget shown, and here when this is shown I want to add I'm going to say review widget. Let's put these guy inside SCSS. What is the ng class thing? Ng class can apply classes conditionally to CSS. So I want to apply a class particularly if I have a condition shown. So when I say show reviews, then it should show reviews, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say a class review widget, and apply the tailwind CSS classes, which are this, and there should have been a space here. And what I want to do then is the right, I think, should be minus 100%. And then if I have shown, then apply right 0. I also want to have a animation in here. Now you're going to see a lot of code, and maybe this will work or not. We'll see. So duration is going to be 0. Okay, I think this is good enough. The height is going to be full. So we have review widget here, and this is going to be when I have review shown set to true. So then we'll apply the review shown class. Then I want to have a class, but then I also only want to defer this component, not default, but defer when review shown. When we have the first time the user does something, that is when we are going to load the iframe. Otherwise it just takes a lot of memory. We don't want to show the iframe if the user has never clicked the review button. Okay, if that makes sense. Mira says, I saw you once on VS Code live and you were other person on that time. What? I don't know what you mean. And the source is gonna be actually review link. Sorry. Source is gonna be review link, and the width and the class here is gonna be width full, but I'll also have a margin X of 4. The height is also gonna be height full. This should be the class right here. So h full iframe, and I think that should be good. I think this is good enough, but what I also want to do is in the review widget, I also want to have a button. And I also want to have height, no, maybe not height full, but py is gonna be, I don't know, 10. And then what I want to do is to have a button that says close. And when we say close, it just clicks to toggle review shown. So I'm gonna just show you if this already works. So I've written the code to show reviews in a sidebar. We'll see. CodewithAhsan, yarn build lib. This is gonna start crying because the project goes away. Okay, that's not too bad. So if I go back to my app right here, let's see. Ooh, something broke. Unsafe value used in a resource URL. But I should have an iframe somewhere. Where's my iframe? There's the review widget, as you can see. I don't know why it's down there. So there's a button right here. There's the iframe right here. There's a document there as well. So review widget is top 0, right minus 100. The shown class was not applied to it for some reason. So if I remove the right 100, there you see it. I should have had right 0 there. That's good. But where's my iframe? I think it did not apply because of this. So yeah, I need to allow the domains. So security model. I think I need to say resource URL. So we need to sanitize this HTML snippet. Where's the sanitization thingy? There was a service, right? Trusting safe values, DOM sanitizer. So bypass security trust URL is the one that I'm looking at. But was this throwing the error for resource URL or resource URL? So then we need to tell our code that. So this one actually is gonna have to be like this. So bypass, and is this coming from what's my code? This is coming from the bypass security URL from what was the DOM sanitizer. So here let's do sanitizer. Sanitizers really important, of course. DOM sanit. Wait, where does this come from? Platform browser. So DOM sanitizer, and this comes from platform browser. So import from Angular platform browser, and here, what is the time there? It is 10 p.m. so night. DOM sanitizer is here. We can say bypass this dot sanitizer dot bypass trust resource URL. Oh no, and this is the URL that we want to say. But then once this is done, it gives us, is it the URL that you get, or what do you get? We should say safe source URL. So safe resource URL or null. Is it not safe source? Safe resource URL is not assignable to type string. Oh, my bad. Sorry. I'm changing the wrong thing. So the review link should be safe resource URL, and this doesn't have to be initialized with a string. Okay. Now what we can do is this dot review link dot, and we can now use that inside our HTML. As you can see, automatically this is being used, safe resource URL, and I think we just need to build it. Why did our reviews shown did not work? If that makes sense. So when we click this, we say toggle reviews shown. It updates that. Did we not have the class correctly? So review widget dash dash shown. The review widget dash dash shown. Yeah, I think this should be fine. We'll see. We'll see why it did not work. Okay, failed to compile, but then it refreshed. So let's see. Refresh. Now if I click this guy, I still don't see iframe. So this one still has this here, and there you go, no reviews to shown. But why does my, okay, I'm gonna check if my iframe is always there. So my iframe is not there now. When I click this, then my iframe comes in here. So that part is good. But then the ng class does not really work. That doesn't make sense to me. I shouldn't be doing that as well. I don't know. Okay, anyways, when I have that, and when I click this should go away, but this does not go away. Why is that? Is it not really triggering the, I don't know, is it not really triggering the toggle? If I click this, it comes here, and then it comes here, goes there. If I click this, if I click this, click this. The show is true right now. It should change this to false. If I click this, come again. So this is changing, but this does not really reflect the changes for some reason. I don't know why. I think this could be because of the difference in the yeah, I think it could be because of the difference in the APIs. So I'm gonna make this normal at the moment. Not this dot reviews reviews shown, because I don't want to drag this too much. So when reviews shown and reviews shown. So let's try to do that. Let's quickly build this. So I have just a few minutes left, then I'll be closing it. So click this, it comes here, changes to false, goes away. Now if I look at iframe, I still don't have it. Why when I click this it changes this, right? But it doesn't do anything. Why doesn't it do anything? Which application are we talking about? This is the dynamic configuration using value providers, right? So value providers, and we are running start. So in this one, do we have this? Does the page have change detection on push or what? So app, this is the app, right? And we are passing app title, app name, router outlet, all of these things are here. Value providers. This should actually be something different. This should be ng. Oh, we have to do the same thing in, oh no, we have to do the same thing in the start one. No. Oh no. Damn. Okay, I'll do that when the time comes. Sad. That is sad. But I'll do that, no worries. And I have the names remembered as well. That's fine. Okay, anyways. How do we, what the heck is going on? Why can't, when you change it, why can't it run this again? We have the common module in here, we have the ng logo component here. What? Oh, I click this, it comes here, it goes beyond this, but then in the UI it does not reflect at all. I think the problem, okay, maybe I know what the problem is. I think the problem is that it is not the classes, no, but the classes should still be there. Review widget applies all of this, right? Then we have review widget that has shown. Okay. I don't know. I don't think defer should make a difference here. If I paste this and let's go and see if this, okay, let's see if I can, okay, now it works. So the defer was making it not cool, you see? Okay, that makes more sense. So what I should do then is this review widget. So the height of this widget, and we can also say bg wide. So if I click this, the BG is white. If I look at this widget, so this is BG white, right? And then we have this iframe having a bit of margin. I don't think we should have a margin in that case. So we can, okay, let's make it like this. So review widget is BG white. It should have a P4, right? Height full, that's fine. Then we have the HTML. This had a MX4. I'm gonna actually remove this. I either remove this or make the width full, either of that. If I go here now, you see that this looks like this. Okay, then we have the close button. Let's quickly set this as well. Class, or what we can do is we can put this inside a div. Justify end, and do like this. So if I open this now, you can see we have, ooh, this also has to have a width full, and this also has to have a margin bottom of 4. Let's see. So if I click this, ooh, what happened? Width 100%, and then this button. So we have flex, display flex, justify end. What happened to justify end? Flex, yeah. Why is this not being applied here? Yeah, why is this not being applied there? And also no margin bottom. Okay, I'm gonna refresh and see if this now, what? Okay, it's probably some mistake from the Tailwind CSS side, I think, because this should be just fine. I don't know, should I just use close button? If I go here and if I say review widget, and if I say close button, I can say apply, I can say MB4. You can see this here. So if I do it in HTML, it doesn't work. Otherwise it works. Okay, so here we can say close button, and we can say MB4, we can say flex, we can say justify. And because I was like, why doesn't this work? So here, close. I also want to have this review thingy have a shadow MD. So there's like a shadow now here, if you see that, and maybe a title as well somewhere. So recipe, maybe I can say something like recipe reviews or something. So recipe, or here we can say maybe header. Sorry, header, review header. Now I can probably say this, and then we can have a h3 that says recipe reviews. And here what I can do is, instead of this, I can say, what was the name again? Review header, review header, flex between in this case, or justify between. So here you can see recipe reviews, right? And what I also want to do is no reviews to show, recipe reviews, and I can click this. I also want to make the headers this button cursor pointer. There we go. I think this is much nicer. And if there were other reviews, you will be able to see them as well. So if I had to click submit review, this will open this new thing to me. And then, for example, if I added one thing, for example, and this one was providing alternative classes against the DI token, but this takes the wrong title for me. But still, I will still fix it, but we'll see. So if I go to submit review, and my camera just died, I'm gonna change the battery. Let's say if I just submitted, my review is as like this, this, and this, and then this, yeah, and say this was awesome. If I did this, and maybe let's try to do this into a new incognito window so we are not really fooling anyone. So if I click this, click submit review. Now this is supposed to be a new anonymous user, so I'm going to say anonymous user live and click this. Now we have anonymous user live. I say 5555355 and this is awesome. If I do this and hit submit, you can see feedback submitted, which means if I go here now and if I refresh now, click this guy, oh, look at this, anonymous user live, and who said this is awesome. This also does not share one thing, that is you could actually see your own review button, and then yeah, but this, oh, this shows another problem as well. Well, we'll fix that. But okay, this is not bad. This I want to fix actually, the header component. So the iframe should also take a full height. I don't know if can take or not. No, maybe we can say the height is gonna be 500 pixel. No, then I would have to give it on the iframe itself. Height 500. Okay, there we go. So you can see the recipe reviews right here. Okay. That is not too bad. So then what I want to just do is go to Supabase and then delete the attendee. Oh no, I removed the attendee. No, maybe we can look at that. We can look at the response of session ID or session having pin. So we have this session. I'm going to copy the ID, and then we can say any responses, right? Any responses to those questions. So if I look at filter, session ID is this, then we have these responses that the user has given. 333555, this is awesome. So I want to delete this now. I want to delete all of these. There we go. And if I now go back to my app, click this, no reviews to show, submit a review, and I can now submit a review. Okay, this looks very nice. However, there's one tiny little problem, and that is that is in the PulseChecker. When we have the review widget HTML, the submit review button doesn't show, or it shows only, yeah, I think this shows only if the where's the submit review button? No, this is review card. I want to go to review widget component. Yeah, so this one says submit review, but if it's no reviews to show, I think this should still be at the top, I think. Here actually, and this would have to have a class that says mp4. I think we should be good. Yeah, so what do I want to push here? I want to push just create session component. I don't really want to push all of this magic that we just did, just the review widget component, so it looks nicer. And I think we still have one problem, but we'll fix that later. So git commit fix review widget show submit review button always push. We'll push that will deploy to Netlify, and we should be good. Okay, and I think we are good with this as well. So just double checking if I have everything set here, as well. What if I don't give the height 100%? That makes sense. What if I don't give the height of the header 100%? Because it is not 100%, to be honest. So this is what I'm talking about. If I don't give this 100%, if I open this now, this is just this long. I think I like this much more than the other one. If they're reviews, yeah, be it. If they're not, it's fine. I think I like that much more. So I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna come here, put this as well. Okay, let's push this. Feed and GCP UI added review widget sidebar, or added review widget sidebar in the header. Push. And now every recipe should have this. The problem is, okay, I've pushed it only on the branch. Okay, the only thing is I need to fix the titles, but that I can look at that later. That's fine. Okay. Let's see if the review thingy is fixed actually. So if I go to, let's say if I try to go here, no, submit review PulseChecker session this, right? So if we have a review widget with already existing, I should still see submit review. That's not good. Why does this show? Oh, because there's no review to show. Okay, of course. No, I want to check something else. I want to go to an existing one, like, I don't know, YouTube live session. And okay, let's copy the pin. And then here we can go to review widget. Okay, so here you can see it says submit review. Now I don't like this because it's huge at the moment. But yeah, could have been nicer. Could have been nicer for us even to check this locally. Is it on start? Yes. Oh no, it's already running. Let's check this locally. Okay, so what I want to do is in the review one, I want to say the max width. The max width is supposed to be fit. Let's see if this fixes it. Yeah, it fixes it, but this needs to be now in the center. So this guy has to be flags justify center mp4 p, and we can remove this guy. Let's see if this fixes it. Yeah, there we go. Submit review. So I can put this. What's happening? Okay, let's put this guy. Oh, okay. No, I did git log add, right? That was not the intention. This is what I wanted to do, not all of that. Git push. There we go. Okay, I think that's gonna be it for today. So I'll go now. I'll probably fix the start projects and the names there later on. But thank you everyone who joined today, and as always, happy coding. I'm gonna see you the next time. Have a good one.